Yep, another YouTube guitar teacher talking about John Mayer once again, but hear me out. In his spare time, when he's not promoting his Instagram stories as if they were TV shows on Jimmy Kimmel, John Mayer actually likes to play guitar, believe it or not. And recently he posted a video to his Instagram of him recording a really tasty solo for an upcoming project that we don't really know anything about other than the fact that it sounds like this. In this solo, he plays a lick that uses an interesting combination of bending, tapping, and sliding. But the slide does not come from your fretting hand, like you might imagine. It actually comes from the hand that he uses to tap notes with. He also posted a very brief breakdown of this lick on his actual Instagram story.
There you go.
So what I want to do today is break that lick down piece by piece and also show you a couple of licks that I've come up with myself using the techniques that John uses in this lick. And let's get this out of the way before someone leaves a comment. Yes, I'm using a Les Paul for a John Mayer video. But in that video that John posted on his Instagram, he's using an Epiphone semi-hollow electric. You know, not the sort of thing you typically associate with John Mayer. It's usually a Strat or a Silver Sky. But that Epiphone he's using has quite a thick sound to it, and this guitar, having humbuckers, is the thickest sounding guitar I have. So yeah, that's why I'm using it, and if that annoys you, then deal with it. So we're in B. I'm using B Mixolydian, I guess, to be more specific, which looks and sounds like this in its first position. But of course, being Mixolydian, that means that you can use both the minor pentatonic and the major pentatonic with the same root note. So you can use B major pentatonic and B minor pentatonic. Which means you can use the blues scale, which is just adding in the flat 5 to the minor pentatonic. So that's what we're working with: B Mixolydian, B major pentatonic, and B minor pentatonic. That doesn't matter so much for the context of this lesson, but just in case you wanted to know the sort of sound that John is getting from that solo, those are the scales that he is using. The lick that John plays in that video goes like this. Let's listen to that a bit slower. It's all on the G string, and you're using your fingers to pluck the string, so there's no pick involved here. And that means that you need to have your picking hand in this area of the fretboard ready to go right as you begin the lick, because when that tap arrives, if you're down here and you have to jump up here, you're probably going to brush some strings accidentally. So it's a good idea to be in this area of the fretboard ready for when that tap at fret 12 arrives. And to begin, you're going to play a bend at fret 9 on the G string, which you can pluck with your thumb. And then tap fret 12 with your finger of choice. I like to use my middle finger. And after that, you're going to slide the tap down to fret 11. And when you do that, you're going to release the bend very slightly and then bend it up to where it was before. So that looks and sounds like this. So you can see there, I play the tap, slide down, but also release the bend a bit, and bend it back up. Now, as you can probably tell, it's kind of tricky to slow that down. It all happens so fast, even when you play it slowly. So what I'm going to do is just play it a few times for you guys, and if you're not getting it at the speed that I'm playing it here, what I would recommend doing is making use of the speed control on the YouTube player down below, and that will allow you to slow the video down without altering the pitch, so that you can get a really good look at what's happening here with my fingers. Then to finish the lick, you do this. I'm going to play what we've got so far and finish the lick this time. So we've got our bend, tap, slide down, and then release the bend slightly, bend it back up, and then release it, and pull off the tap at fret 11. So let's listen to the whole thing once again. So that's John's lick that he uses in the video. Another cool thing you can try with that is playing it an octave higher on the B string, like this. And that's exactly what we did on the B string, only we're starting at fret 17 with the bend on the B string, and tapping to fret 20, sliding it down to 19. So those are the frets we're working with in that octave. The bend is at fret 17 on the B string, tap is at fret 20, and then the slide is of course on fret 19. Now I'm about to show you two licks that I've come up with myself that use this tapping and sliding and bending technique. But before I do that, just want to say, in case anyone watching this at home is unsure of how to play the scales that I was talking about earlier all over the fretboard, you know, things like mixolydian, the minor pentatonic, the major pentatonic scales. If you're unsure of those things and you want to really learn how to visualize them all over the fretboard and be able to improvise with them in any key with confidence, there are links in the description box below that give you heavily discounted coupons for both of my online guitar courses, Bulletproof Guitar Player Parts 1 and 2. So check those out if you are interested. Okay, the first lick goes like this. So this one starts off fairly similarly to John's lick with a bend at fret 9 on the G string. What happens after that is going to be hard to explain and play at the same time without it sounding horrible. So I'll try and do my best here. Basically, you start with your bend at fret 9 on the G, which I just said. Tap fret 14, slide down to 13, then down to 12. Release the bend slightly, and then slide the tap down to 11 and bend back up. Now, I understand you couldn't hear that, so allow me to just play it without talking. So the actual rhythm of that is something that you need to pay close attention to. So without the bends or the slides or the taps, these are just the notes that you want to be hearing in the rhythm that you should be playing them. Again, pay close attention to the rhythm of that when you're practicing it. Take it slowly to begin with, because it is going to require some focus on your technique so that you don't accidentally hit any dead strings or play any unwanted notes. Lick number 2 goes like this. This starts with a whole tone bend at fret 10 on the B string, followed by a tap at fret 15. Then we do what we did with John's lick, release the bend slightly, and at the same time slide the tap down 1 fret and bend the string back up. So you're releasing the bend a little bit, sliding from 15 down to 14 with the tap, and then bending the string back up again. Next, you're going to release the bend back down to fret 10 and hold on to it with the tap still there on fret 14. And then you're going to slide up to fret 12 with the finger that you used to play the bend with. And at the same time, release the tap. So the whole thing should sound like this. Okay guys, that does it for today's lesson. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please give it a like down below and share it with your guitar playing friends. That would really help me out. Again, if you want to know more about the types of scales used in this video, links are in the description for my online guitar courses. Click subscribe if you want to see more from this channel in the future, and I will see you guys in the next one.